Hello YouTubers, I just wanted to clarify something in my head and I thought I would film it at the same time. Now it's no good doing anything with that power supply because it just won't go up to enough amps. It only goes up to a maximum of 600 milliamps and that is in the red sector, so I think you'll find that goes up to 500 milliamps. It's nowhere near what we need. So that's right, according to the label on that, that's 0.5 amps at 20 volts, and I think if you join the two together it'll go up to an amp at 40 volts. However, the bigger power supply goes up to a lot more, so that's why we're using that today. It's set to, well, it was set to 12, just set to just sort of on the verge of a relay clicking inside. It's 13.5 volt, which is fine because that's sometimes what you get out of a battery. So we can use the amp meter on that and we can use the amp meter on this. So turning it on now. So just over 3 amps it's drawing, and according to that it's just over 3 amps. So that proves that these meters do work and that they work on DC. I have tried the other one, that was the first one I tried, because you can see how many amps we're drawing there. 2 amps is not enough. So that's what that's doing. Yeah. Got it on 14 volts now. So it's gives us some idea what's happening. So while I've got the car vacuum cleaner, I'm going to go over this chassis and remove a lot of this dust, because I'm sneezing all the time when I get anywhere near this. It's full power, but it'll be enough with a paintbrush. Okay, right, I've made a decision about this bench. Originally there was going to be a panel going across the bottom which was going to screw everything to. It ain't going to happen like that. I've had a good time to think about everything, and what I've decided on is there's going to be a first level stage set of shelves for the first set, and there's going to be spaces underneath, and in some of those spaces we're going to put our panel for our connections, and to each side of that we will put the various transformers and things that we need. That will then give us a shelf to put other things on. I mean, look at the depth of this power supply compared to the other one. Look how far out it's sticking. This is taking up room on our bench again, so we could make use of that space if we put it up. As I say, we're making this up as we go along. Remember, we've got 2 of these things that size, and we also have the oscilloscope, which is also another big long lump, and there will be other things that we will get at a later date that will also probably be deep as what these are. They're not going to be all little dinky things like that one there. That's alright for all the small stuff. This is the reason why I'm not interested in building that 9 volt variable power supply, because that little fella there, that does everything that I want it to do. It's going to be brilliant for all the small stuff. If I'm going to be doing ICs and work on it, that's the one I'll be using. This is for all the bigger heavy stuff, but even that struggled to power the vacuum cleaner. I mean, that's quite a heavy motor in there, and it's not really designed to be linked up like this. It's meant to go on a battery, which has got a lot more amps available for it. You know, and as you noticed that even though it was set to the 12 volts, the power supply was struggling to keep it up, couldn't keep up with it. That's why it dropped down to the voltages it dropped down to, because it just couldn't keep up to it, because the motor is just needing so much to power it. I'm surprised this even powered it at all, to be honest, this new power supply. So I'm very pleased. I mean, if you can power something like that, it's a good benchmark for me, you know, to know what we can do and what we can't do. Great. Stop waffling on now. I'm already posting a video in a minute. I haven't really got anything more I want to do today, to be honest. I'm just going to relax and chill. I got another little package which I've been looking forward to. I've already got a distilled water made. My little water distiller that I showed you right at the very early days. I've made some of that, and I'm going to make a sterilizer solution up called Star San, and the little package turned up with my yeast in for making cider, and I want to have a go at making some more cider because I'm getting a bit low. Where I'm going to put it after I've made it is another thing, because there's no room in here anymore. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to just turn the variac off. We don't need that on anymore. So that's what we want to do. We want to make some cider, and also got the cooker to fix. It should be just a matter of disconnecting the wires at the back, undoing some screws, releasing the element inside, pulling it out from the front, and putting a new one in. But it costs £63 for a new element for it. You know, I mean, the other cooker, the element never ever went. It was when it was sat on the floor and took in a load of sewage is why we got rid of it. But the elements never went on it. Anyway, it's enough waffling on. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.